Alright. Hello and welcome back. Last we left off, I tried to stream the battles. Not much luck. That was yesterday. Today we try to finish this, I guess, boat, ship thing. And try to balance it as natural as possible. As you can see, we have some well, distribution issues, let's call it. So let's redistribute, because this will mean that the ship well, wants to lean forward, and there's probably a lot of the issue with that is that of course there's some functional blocks here and no real gaps, so we're gonna make this into a gap. A flotation chamber. This will already, yes, it's already making, so we give it passages. It's already made it a lot more like a closed off area. That almost fixed our problem completely. Cool. So we're just adding that flotation chamber here. We see that the ship is more in balance. Oh, that was easy. I was like, oh no, how will I ever fix this? Oh. Easily enough, apparently. Alright, we still have a area to go to the turret. Is the forward turret accessible? No, currently not. Maybe we should make it. Yeah. Apparently there was a big lifting chamber, so I guess we forgo the repairability of the forward turret. Of course we're opening up this area, that's why it's so... This is chambers. It's closed, we go here. We have to figure out where do we put our functional blocks and where do we make it just empty chambers. Staircase. And we don't want the staircase to go directly into turret bar beds. I guess we allow this block to be part of the stair system. And we do that with a deformable staircase, or not deformable staircase, because we don't need that armor that much. That could really help. No, let's keep blast doors in between. Yeah. Again, this makes the ship a lot heavier up the front. You can see the influence, and that is why I like building on a live ship, and it has no real anchor points yet. so. Not sure actually how to make these. Like this will give the biggest range for the forward turret to also shoot like at an angle backwards. But yeah, it looks good. Alright, now for the structure. Behind this we have a superstructure that is built out of like slightly something in that sense. And it's a tower, it is slightly round, it's and there's lights on top. A double one. We actually have blocks for that now. Actually, we make it this part. We come up here, and that's fine. Cool. First time I ever used this block. Ladder shaft. It's a good block. Good addition to the game. Okay. Still makes us tip forward because of the armor. These, like, this stuff is way too heavy. Oh, it also doesn't close the area down. Because we had a closed area here, giving us lift. So I guess we bring back the passages. Hmm. Bloom bloom. Excuse me for that. That is not the Simmertcon. This is. Now, do we have a full? Yeah, we should have full access to top deck, lower deck, all in a single area. Then this part should be like the roof. It's again the L shape, which usually is done through either a window. A window could be done these days. Let's see how these things look. No. Bridge window. Sometimes a respawn kit, for example. But I guess we go for passages again. Yeah, or we make this a passage, actually. Yup. Looks fine. And then we make this a half block window. No, let's do the, what was it, window? Wall? What are these things called? Like with these, and we have the, it has a weird name. Viewport? Viewport. Instead of this one going down, this one goes up, which is also fairly common in ships, meaning that this thing needs to be swapped around. Passage. I guess we make it like this. Yep. Bonk. Again, improving the flow of the ship. I hope. Making it as open as we possibly can. Goes down. Goes up. To the back. Torpedoes, yes. And then I guess, oh, that is the outside, right? Yeah, that's outside. So it wouldn't make sense to make that a stair again. Okay. So what I have seen now is that we have, yes, engine room. What do we have here? Turrets. So this will be our, I guess, main engines. Engine room. Access to ammo over here, I would say. Behind the turrets. Yeah, and then we make a nice solid wall cargo container here. It's again a set of blast doors. That is a... well, actually, do we want doors here? Yeah. Could be helpful. It's just that we have one door like this, and that's the thing with lower deck doors. They have to be either like these or it's asymmetrical, which is a shame. But very much. Oh, we can. I know what to do. Do this one in the middle, and then we do one of these. Almost. We need a half block heavy half. This works. Lights. Nope. Ammo room. Slightly cramped, but that's the way of ships, I guess. It's not the most beautiful thing. But who is? Can have other things here, for example the programmable blocks. So ship systems will be like fairly protected. Without being too important. And we have another open layer here. What do you know? Passages all the way. Yes. Ammo room 1. And then ammo room 2 will be here in the back. Close to the turrets, but in a protective case. A quick hatch from the top to access this. Seems likely to not be used ever, but hey. Just for good measure, another hitbox around. This will be open to the outside, so it really doesn't matter. Only thing I want to include here is a light, which we probably will do like here. And then you make it a corner light, for example. Like so. Maybe better to have it over there. Collectors for our fuel ports. Then we have generators. Then we have engines. And probably water thrusters. Passage with windows. For the access patches. And then lights. Yep. Don't need to go anywhere else but than there. And then we have a small room left for, I guess, more props if this thing needs to go faster. So we have one extra bay left. Like turn speed is already fine. Hey, yes, ha! So now the script to make this work, I usually just grab one of my before ships. Like this one kind of works. Naval Raider Designated doesn't work anymore. Programmable block. We have to edit it. And we immediately see that it floats up. Now all doors closed. Yep. This gives us the right buoyancy. This gives us WASD turning. And we make this the main cockpit. Like we all are already at over top speed for our calculation, so we don't need any more propellers internally. We might even need to get rid of one, but that is after we reduce. Now stopping. If all is well, we have a reverse propeller. Put that in the back of the ship, towards the back turret, most protected area. And now we should be perfectly, well, almost perfectly still. Cool, cool, cool. So that is already a functional boat. Back of the ship. Back off, back off. Yeah. We have access to the next deck here. And it's fairly close to the staircase. And it goes all the way here. The only question being, is there a mid deck that we're now missing? I believe not. No, this one directly goes to the ammo storage, which can we access? No, we cannot. Probably one of our programmable blocks has to be the airlock block, so that it always closes doors when able. Yeah, what I'm missing mostly here now is an access way to the next floor. So actually I'm gonna make this a ladder. Ladder, ladder. Which is actually very nice. Maybe the battery at the top. And because this is a ladder, this thing can't be here. So we make that embedded. Ladder to the armor or ammo. And then I guess we make it with the door so we can close it off. Maybe. That's the next ladder. Again, all doors. Door. Oh yeah, right, right. Again, ships building is a lot harder now. We don't rely solely on, what was that stuff called? Is this not yet? And this is a air gap. Sorta. And since we don't see it, let's just make this into passageways as we do. It was a nice idea to have the size of it matters a slight bit, but for now, nah, doesn't really matter. We don't see the ceiling, we already closed it off. It's better to have a consistent airlock system. So this will always be airtight. Same here. Nice to have, not required. It's a good float layer. We keep this as the pocket subsection. Yep, that works. That goes nowhere. This goes to main deck, to lower deck, and lower deck goes to the aft. Fairly straightforward again. This goes all the way down. Windows, 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 windows. No viewports. That's the stuff. I guess we can also make this a helm. And opens up that bit. We keep it cockpit. Cockpit. Slightly less realistic, but it doesn't matter. Then just half doors. And we will have mast view for this cockpit in particular. Like you can look outside to your side. So I guess for the torpedo, like it's a nice torpedo placement. Like you can look to the torpedo sides and use those as reference points as well. Fairly straightforward. There's a ammo, like you can directly go back to the ammo. The only thing you can't really reach from here is your turret deck. Oh yeah, yes you can. You just run up to this ladder over here. And if you are brave enough, you just get out of here. Cool, cool. Yes. Because there will be a turret here and a turret here which you will access directly from here. Yeah, that works for me. All the way forward. These are just extra again. No need to go there. Extra. This turret from here. The other turret from here. So this has to be a walk to it by either making it... Oh, how to do such a thing. That's just, again, step by step. Let's look again at what more superstructure goes here. There's actually some kind of things that are stored here. Mhm. Yes, otherwise how can one relieve itself? Hmm? And again, viewports, just to make it a bit more open. You can see what's happening, and then we have lockers in the middle. For regular armor weapons things. That is general boating. This ship does have lifeboats, but they are not a mainstay of the whole thing. And there's also like there's an AA installment in the middle behind the main turret. Corner block here. That's our missing edge blocks, I guess. No need for an extra ladder. That's it. It's just an observation platform. It just gives you some area to like oh I've been playing a few shooters and this is the close. Let's call this close to shooter quality. Needs a muzzle. It does need a muzzle. Okay, so for the AA mount, again, usually you want it to be sunk into the ship. Let's see, it's there, 1, 2, and on the third. So normally the AA goes here. Yeah, but that's with ladder underneath, so we're gonna put it right here. Rotor. Again, let's check where the rotor's pointing. That is the correct pointing position. And then armor again. Oh, I can see that there is also a there are some single shot deck torpedoes on the upper decks. It can be lowered by crane. Cool. But most of this deck stays empty and is meant for small attack boats. So actually for maybe I can combine this ship not with like just like we're gonna put an AA here now. However, let's see, desk usually is a nice way to make walls. Oh, this is already top. Okay, just heavy armor then, heavy plates, panels, heavy. Divider plate. Yeah, as still works. Could be either the AA seat, so you don't have to go up the deck, or the torpedo controller. We are unable to add really anything. Like you can add a AA. You can actually make that the lockers like would be slightly worse in its protection, since we have a small ammo rack here. We have a double small ammo rack here. But I expect it to be not that big of an issue. So all the rotors now, we have a small head. There we go. Again, we still don't have to go either way here. We have this area. Do we keep it open? Yeah, that's fine. Anti-air, 2 main turrets, torpedoes, 2 main turrets. And we make the exhaust the proper exhaust. Exhaust pipe, not car smoke, but smoke white, no dependency. The only shame is that smoke, as you can see here, there is a graphical error where the water renders over the smoke. That is actually why I have been using exhaust. What if we use, for example, fire and smoke? That still doesn't render like that. And car smoke, of course, is it's more subtle, so it's less obvious that it's buggy. I guess we just use the darkest smoke. Something that Jack hasn't been able to fix yet. It's a SE problem. Smoke. Nice green energy. Yeah. Light up there. Super small superstructure. There should be a connection here. Let me check if it's actually the top layer. No, it's down below here. So actually there's some type of passage going on like so. Like a ladder here. And then we have a plate like so. And then I guess like there's ladders going up here on both sides. So we would have to make these full doors. Yeah, that is possible. Very much possible. Alright, we make it full doors. And we just keep the ladders, or staircases in this case, to one side of the whole thing. Catwalk. Something like this, I guess. And then we just close off the rest with some light plates. And then hide the battery better. Looks technical, right? can't really pass there. So let's instead make this passable. Yeah, this of course also works. Does this let it go anywhere? Like, it doesn't like you to. Yep. Yeah, let's keep it like that. Let's keep it like that. It also means that if you just walk off here, you walk off to the next layer, you can go down, back up, down. Again, passages, passages, passages. Can you pass all the things? Mostly open. Yep. Yay. It's a boat. It's working. It's working. Okay. Yeah, that leaves some of the superstructure to be done. Like mostly just the captain's quarters. All the lower decks are now complete. As you can see, I always go back and forwards a bit, like what do I need, what do I have? Make sure that your lower decks are mostly sealed. Gives you a lot more buoyancy in this game. And of course we need survival kits. Or respawn base and make them fairly, you know, this is a fairly central kit now. And I don't like them to be underwater, because as you go underwater, water will drag you back and you will be bumping and humping everything. So just place them on locations where you think, hey, this is where it will be needed most. Or most likely be needed. I would also argue that just there as a respawn kit, for example, could be helpful. It's fairly protected because it's the back, and it's also somewhere where you might need a respawn every so now and then. On the other hand, it's close to a target zone, where, for example, a place like I guess where this cockpit is. Nice survival kit placement. This is fine. This is fine. It will be behind a small grid turret. Nah, it's not fine. We need that armor. Blast! So we keep the armor. I'll figure something out. No. Right here, they would never suspect a thing. Smokestack, normally not a target. Put a survival kit in there. Target rich environment. Well, gives it a reason. And I guess the last one goes here. Maybe. No, it messes with the static too much, guys. Too much aesthetic loss. No. That's good. Looks technical. I guess we'll put another one right somewhere in the bridge area. Give them a reason to destroy the bridge. So spread out your important bits because you will you will be shot wherever. And usually wherever it looks like it's important. Like people will be aiming for turrets, smokestacks, for the front of the cockpit. So probably, even though there's already one here, probably something around this area here is a nice last survival kit placement. Then I need another floor. Somewhere around yay. Yay! Let's quickly do a calculation. So our game modes don't use like, oh, fast carrier ship go like 100 meters a second. Fine. We have a calculation for that. Let me check the calculation. Event rules. Building a ship. PDF. Rule set. Ship rules. Speed 32 minus 1.5. So max speed minus 5, 6, 7.5. So that is 25, 24.5. Okay. Again, we have more than enough thrust in this ship to make it viable. Although I still want to make a ship that is, yes, a warship. But currently this ship is again just a destroyer, just a ship that is there as a mobile weapons platform. And what I want to do is, this was my largest ship I could come up with that was based on a real ship. I could not remember that modern stuff looks so bland on the outside. I guess it's because I've chosen to make this all one face instead of like tear it a bit or make it a bit more, you know, interesting. And this thing will be slow because of it. We also had the Kransen, the Johan Kransen, as a landing ship. But that's only landing a single, you know, small grid vehicle. And it's still sinking, because of course it is. It kinda has a landing deck. Kinda. Front torpedoes, back quad cannon. Ever so slightly based on real life. And this is larger or smaller than a Drent? Well, it is smaller, but is it as wide, or is the width comparable? I have fallen into the trap of making two fairly similar boats. But one is a modern ship and the other is a classic one. Although the problem with this modern type of vessel is the separation of all the anti-air. Let me check, was this? No, these are not fibers, so they will not destroy your ears. Should be good with just its main armament, some torpedoes. But yeah, that ship was not made for water 2 instantly. So I fell into the trap with this one of just making a way too complex interior. Like, what is happening here? What? Why is there a gap here? There's pipes everywhere. A room. And it seems that it's missing some blocks. Oh well. It's also sinking. Comparing it to once we enter this ship by whatever orifice it has, all the way to the back. It's just decks. So there's a hole here. This is area where we shouldn't go. And maybe color coding your interiors is also something you want to do. Okay, there's another box here. And then we're back up. And up we go. So I will be back. I will do a bit more things on this one off stream. Prepare some of the turrets, superstructure, and it will be fairly straightforward. And then show in the next one how a turret is set up. Alright, thank you for hanging about. And if you're watching this back on YouTube, join us on SENB. I will try to put a link in the doobly-doo. Yes, the Alfred is very much floating. Yay! Why don't I have timestamps? That would be nice. Helideck. Just too much boat here. It's a ramp. It's also a carrier deck? I don't know, man. I don't know. It's way too big. Way too big to be helpful. Way too slow. You want to be in and out, no problem. Although I was wondering, what if we make a system, a crane system that just drops containers with AFVs in it? Since we now have corrugated steel blocks. Oh, let's make that the last thing. See, why is that all the way over here? Since when did I paste it somewhere over there? Let's make sure we have a backup again. Control B. Yeah, let's bring it back to shore. (990) 999. You would think that almost nothing happened, but so much has happened on the inside of this thing. So much. That's what that is the difference between making ships that look the part and making ships that also do the part. Speaking of things that look the part, these are my centurions. Brrr. With stabilized turrets. And since still this is a very old build actually. Does this fit in a single block? I don't think so. Because a single block is 5, so it would mean that a sea container for tanks would look a bit like this actually. Thank you, game, I guess. And would this do the trick? Kinda sorta. Needs at least a bonk. So what is this? 10? 1, 2, 3, yeah, 10. this is not the Centurion. This is my old version of Centurion. Why? How did I remake this Centurion? Mark II. Like this is still with the detachable side panels? Question mark? They don't look like no modern blinky design. No, it isn't. I guess we grabbed the convoy. The UV convoy. Yeah. Very profesh. Very profesh. Ramp too steep. Mom spaghetti. Oh. No, stop blocking. The thing on the back is locking itself into place. That is not handy. And this one is a bit droopy. It's a droopy gun. There we go. So if I would have, like, you always see tanks in transport having their barrels to the back. Because, of course. Let's try that again. Conway power. Maybe we need some rocket boost. And yeah, there we go. Oh, oh, it bounced off. No. Na 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 na. Right, that is nice and snug. Now, does one close off this thing? Yes, no issue. So if one was to design a container ship, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 2 times 2. Big ol' container. And you might want to have a double layer underneath, so like a actual half block, like so, because your wheels might clip through singular plate blocks instead. Alright. Right, we made a hidey hole for a convoy. Testing hidey hole. Bonk. Cool. It kinda works. It's still happy with the shape of my designs. Alright, that was it for today. I have to think about how to make this into a thing that goes on ships. It's only 2 wide, so it should be fine. Probably just a piston or a similar system. Maybe just a... yeah. We'll see, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, if you put a vent on that shit, then it floats. And then it just, the only thing that you need to do is make sure that you have a hinge that opens up. Right. Thanks for watching.